Welcome once more to Indie Corner. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Indie Corner. Sorry I've been away for a while, but I'm back and I've got all the indie news that you might have missed out on. So let's get started with what's out in the eShop. Starting us off is Swords and Soldiers 2, which released in both Europe and North America on the Wii U. The sequel to the hit 2D real-time strategy game returns all the goodness from the original Swords and Soldiers. Build up units, farm resources, and increase your base's power to vanquish the enemy forces. Nihilumbra and Ultratron also released in both territories. Nihilumbra follows the story of Born, who comes from nothingness and must change the world around him using colors in order to advance and find his answers. For a more arcade-style game, you can pick up Ultratron, which is a twin-stick arena-style arcade shooter. As the last humanoid robot, you have to fight off swarms of enemies and avenge the human race. Looking at just Europe, the Wii U library received Shiny the Firefly, which was previously available to the North American audience. This 2D adventure game tests your reflexes as you control Shiny the Firefly as he navigates the perils of the gardens searching for his lost family. Then in North America, the Wii U library received several new titles over the past week. Starting off, we had High Strangeness, an adventure game which has you shifting graphic styles in order to use different abilities. In Funk of Titans, you'll be playing an endless runner style game where you need to collect 100 vinyls in each world to save the music. Timing for jumping and smashing will be key if you hope to collect everything in the game and get 100%. Blockybot was also released by the team behind Paper Monster Recut. The game is a 2D platformer which you must jump, collect goodies, and dodge enemies to get a high score and unlock goodies. Treefall Studios was busy with their launch of Journey of a Special Average Balloon. The game features various gameplay styles ranging from shooting down balloons to outmaneuvering enemies as a balloon. We also saw the release of the retro-inspired Shapes of Grey. Each level introduces second-long combat puzzle challenges. The game features hundreds of levels, bosses, high-score challenges, and naturally, some fun times. Finally, we saw the release of Stoneshire after months of waiting. Take on the role of a curious dwarf, grab a pickaxe, and explore the world however you like. Inspired by Minecraft, the game lets you build anything you can imagine. Lastly, we have the twin-stick shooter Vector Assault. The game is high score driven, so avoid death and shoot down as many enemies as you can. You'll also find a multiplayer mode if you have a friend over. As for the 3DS eShop, both territories receive Blue Kid 2. Blue Kid 2 gives you 45 levels to complete with 2D platforming skills. The game also features epic boss fights and secrets to uncover. The North American audience received quite a few new titles, many already available in Europe, including Heartbeaten. In a twisted idea of a game, Heartbeaten is all about inflicting as much pain as you can on a throbbing heart, because love can suck sometimes. Karis, the Beast of Re-Eden is a 3D vertical shoot-'em-up game. In this title, you can customize your ship by choosing which items and weapons you bring with you into battle. We also saw the release of Johnny Dynamite. Navigate a 2D level using your jetpack and avoid enemies while collecting dynamite. Lastly, there was Samurai Defender, a tower defense game with some medieval Japan flair. You'll need to set up troops and command them to mow down the hordes of enemies trying to break into your castle. On the European 3DS eShop, we also saw the release of Xcave 2, Wizard of the Underworld. This game is a hack-and-slash JRPG adventure. In this title, you gain strength through your weapons instead of leveling, so it's all about how many dungeons you clear and loot you find to progress. Now onto some indie updates. A new trailer has been released for Q.U.B.E, showing a lot more of the game than we've seen before. Along with the trailer, we got an update that the game would finally be releasing this summer.
You need to decipher and dismantle it from the inside before that happens.
Speaking of new trailers, we also received a new one for That 90s Arcade Racer, and it looks amazing. Check out this clip. As always, you can expect new indie projects popping up all over the place. Our first one today is Mousecraft by Crunching Koalas, which is heading to the Wii U. While the title might make you think it's another Minecraft clone, it's actually a puzzle game with some Tetris elements. The game is all about building a path for your mice to get to the cheese. Next, there's the newly funded Little Devil Inside, which is heading to the Wii U. This game is a 3D action-adventure RPG in which you live a realistic life in an unrealistic world. Missions will require preparations for many unexpected events such as unforeseen weather. The game will blend both a deep combat system as well as some platforming segments. For a more multiplayer-driven experience, there's Guardians of the Forest. In this brawler, you defeat your opponent by jumping on their heads. The game gets more hectic and challenging with different types of power-ups dropped on the field for you or your opponents to use. Lastly, we have Tax Games bringing the Quadcopter Pilot Challenge to the Wii U. Shoot balls at targets and fly your quadcopter through various obstacles and go for a high score. As for Kickstarters, I only have one for you today, which is Loud on Planet X. The game has the Wii U set for one of its stretch goals. In the game, you take control of a band who must defend their stage from oncoming monsters. In a strange crossing of universes, the characters in this indie game are based around actual indie artists. Now you're all up to date on all your Nintendo indie news for May 27th, 2015. Thanks again for joining me. Now, as you may have noticed, I've been having some troubles actually keeping up the weekly wrap-up every week. So we're going to be changing things up a little. You're still going to get your Nintendo indie news, just not on a weekly basis. I'm going to try moving it to every 2 weeks, maybe once a month, but no less than that. And the main reason for that is because I want to start working on some new projects and focusing my time on new stuff. If I do Indie Corner every week, there's just no time left for me to work on other stuff because this still isn't my full-time job. So I know you guys must have seen Nintendo in Numbers, a new show idea I came out with. Turned out great, I loved working on it. I want to create more unique content like that. So you're still going to get Indie Corner on a less frequent basis, and you're going to get a whole bunch of new content that will be coming down your way. And I can also wrap up some outstanding things, such as a Wii 100 or something rather. So I'll see you guys next time. Thanks again for watching, and remember, keep on playing indie.